Hello everybody, and once again, I am Justin Pontarelli, and we're going to be doing a little bit of Interstellar pilot. We got a topic this time though. We're not doing any Pirate's Life, at least not right now, because I'm very sorry. I've been very distracted. I'm going to get into that as well as I do this. But for right now, let's just introduce the topic. We're going to be talking about fleet control, how to set up a fleet, how to work with fleets, give them orders, and what's the point of fleets, anyway. Okay, alright, so let's go get into that, and away we go. So let's open up a file first of all. And while I'm at it, while I'm picking out a nice file, guys, let me kind of explain what I've been doing. I've been actually kind of getting into another game, another science fiction space game, but I'm not sure I'm going to stick to it because it's not my type of game, to be honest. Right now I just got to remember which file's a good file to use for this kind of thing. Let's see here. Not Joe. Ace McCloud might be okay, actually. Farmer John is just eh. You know what? Let's just pick. Ooh, even better. Captain Khan. Perfect. That might actually work okay. Plenty of money for that one too, so we're good. We'll use Captain Khan, the Captain Khan file. It's pretty good. It really is, I think. It's been so long. Anytime now, right? So guys, first of all, I've been having problems with my phone, keeping it charged. Let me show you the nasty power cord, shall we? Oops, I'm blocking the camera. What a genius. See that? Right there. I'll flip it around. See that? See the exposed wires? Oh yeah. Genius, right? Okay. So that's problem number one that I've been facing off against recently. Problem number two is the fact that I've been really distracted by this new game I've been trying called Pixel Starships Galaxy. And initially it's pretty decent, but that's maybe reviewing that will be for another video. But it's getting to the point of repetition where it's going to be mostly about waiting and watching ads. Waiting and watching ads. I'm not into that kind of thing, This game is much less waiting and just kind of build up, have fun with the file, rinse, lather, repeat. Okay. So anyway, let's get into it, shall we? Let's just start flying for fun while I explain things. So, guys, first of all, take a look around first, shall we? Don't go in that direction. Okay. So, I was asked a question about fleets, basically how to set them up, how to work with them, what's the point of a fleet? Well, let's see if I can answer that question pretty simply, shall we? So let's go to menu, new log. Let's go to log. Let's go to property. Let's do that, yeah. So property. Get rid of turrets, get rid of stations, cargo. Perfect. Now, right now, we already have the Clara, the Fire Queen, Hostile, Olympia, Searcher, and Skipper all in a fleet. All my Orion X-class vessels that protect different army bases, okay? Then these guys kind of just do whatever they want to do, I'm suddenly trying to remember where Army, or no, it's in Galen, never mind. Okay. I'm like, where's it anyway? Um, and a couple are just kind of as they are. Now, guys, typically with fleets, the point of a fleet is to gang up on an opponent. Typically, the point of a fleet is also to kind of guard or go into battle with your own, with the one that you're flying in. Okay, so in this case, I'm flying with my ship here, the Precise. Now let's say I wanted to rally up with my fleet. For the fun of it, let's do that real quick, shall we? Guys, I'm a little rusty, so bear with me, please. We're gonna go to log. Let's go to faction. No, no, not factions. Property. First of all, click any member of the fleet. In this case, the Fire Queen. Okay? If you give any order to any member of a fleet, the entire fleet is given the same exact order to follow. Let me demonstrate. So you click on the Fire Queen, or in this case, the Hostile. Click on Orders. We're going to click on, let's go to, I think, yep, Combat. Protect me. Or, likewise, you could just go to Follow me. And let's also make sure that you have the fleet settings that you want set. At this point, prefer to cloak is fine. Have it X'd off. So they're gonna cloak. The entire fleet will try to cloak if they can. Instance, let's actually take this off. We don't need that. And that's fine. Now they're gonna come from Galeen. Let me just double check that real quick, guys. Yeah, so it's gonna be moved to, they're gonna try to follow me. So they're gonna try to link up with me in Gitopia. But let's go ahead and, so they're coming from, yeah, from Galeen, which is down here. So let's meet them up someplace in Androla. Where's Androla? Right there. Let's go. Okay. So you could argue right off the bat that the primary purpose of a fleet is for battle. It's for making a large group of ships to go into battle with you. Okay? Now, it's true that you wouldn't typically use a fleet because typically, yeah, like, if you have like a group of taxis, for example, a group of taxi vessels, okay, that's really not going to be something that you want to do because typically with fleets, they all want to do the same activity together, okay? So the same exact taxis might be like, hey, let's all, go after the same exact fare, okay? So let's... Where's Salimus? Where's Salimus? Okay, there it is, right there. There we are. There's the box. Alright. Guys, it's like riding a bicycle. You just don't forget very easily how to play this game. Once you have it down pat, it's down, So yeah, you wouldn't want to put an entire fleet of taxis together because they're going to go after the same exact vessels at the same exact time. And you don't want that to happen, okay? So if you wanted a taxi, for example, let's say, for example, you wanted this thing to be a taxi. You can just go to Orders, give it your settings. In this case, dock and cloak is just fine, for example. Let me get back to that in a moment. So there they are right there. See them, guys? There they are right there. Watch this. Let's go to sector map. And let's zoom in a lot. Now, first of all, see them right there on the map, the mini-map? That's them right there. That's the fleet. Notice what they're doing. Watch that. Did you see what they were doing? Let me slow down for a quick moment, shall we? Let me show you something real fun just as a start. Log, sector map. We'll zoom in here. Watch what they do. There's my fleet right there. There's me, right? Not that. The one right there. The one I can't click on for some reason. Anyway, I'm the big one right there, next to the green thing. There's my fleet. Right there. So watch what they're doing. This one's gonna try to turn around. Look how they slowed down. Now, why they slowed down? Watch. Watch what they do. Now, they're taking their jolly time about it, but if you watch... Oh, they're starting to move. Okay. They slowed down again. They're having lots of trouble here. Typically, it's not this hard for them to do this. Okay, it's really not this hard for them. There's a huge... there's a Magnus in the EQ class, just a weapons carrier, basically, right? Okay, well, they're trying to get into into a formation, okay? Because they are meant, and the AI is having a hard time with this concept. It's just really funny. Okay, oh, they almost got it. Almost got it. Okay, yeah, they got it. They got it. See it? See the formation? There's the formation. Now, guys, they do that by default. Okay. I don't know if you can change that or not. Okay. See that? Look at that. Ain't that something? Okay, so if you go to the log again, go to sector map, you zoom in. See that? That's me in the front. Oh, not that one. Okay, but the other one that's off to the side. See how they're following me around? There you go. So now you might ask yourself, well, what's the use of this now? Now they're just kind of following you like a bunch of dogs. Well, first of all, there's a lot of options with this setup. Okay, you want to go to log, go to property. Again, click on any member of the fleet. Okay, any number of the fleet, any member. Sorry, we'll click on the Olympia. Go to orders. Now let's say there's like an enemy base in front of us, and let's say it's sending out fighter pilots to attack, you know, and if it's like a pirate base, it might send out like hornets or flyers. What do you want to do? Well, if you want to fight as a group, you do this. You go to combat, and typically you might go protect me, then maybe go to fleet settings, and then get rid of cloaking first of all. Go to stance, attack hostiles, and intercept hostiles. Okay. At this point, you turn around. Okay. First things first, you're gonna notice they all uncloak right away. Look how they've all uncloaked, right? See that? Pretty nice, right? Okay. So they're all ready to go. So basically, they're gonna just kind of like fly around you, follow you around like a dog still, and anything that comes near my vessel, they're gonna automatically try to engage it, assuming it's a hostile enemy. Now, right now, of course, on this map, there's nothing hostile in the vicinity, so they're not gonna do anything. No pirates, no nothing. Okay. Now let's do this. Let's go to log, properties, and let's go to orders. Okay. Back, I think. And notice how the Clara, okay, now just says idle. Whereas the Fire Queen says protect Orion plus class precise. It's been ordered to protect my vessel because it's in that fleet that it was given an order to. Now, what did I do with the Clara? Well, I took it out of the group. Okay. Let's see if we can find it first of all. Where's the Clara? I believe it's right there. That's the Clara. There she is. Notice her speed's reduced to nothing, and she's just sitting dead in space. Whereas her sisters are still moving around. Okay. Now let's fix that problem, shall we? Property. So I'll show you how to add. Okay. In order to add a vessel to a fleet, simply click on the vessel on the list. Like that, right? Like this. Click on the Clara. Go to Orders. And click on the fleet number that you want them to be added to. In this case, 8. And automatically the order changes to the current order that was given to the fleet. In other words, protect Orion class precise, being me. Okay? So now the Clara took off again, and she's trying to join her sisters in the group. Okay? And they may or may not stay in formation while they wait for me to do whatever I want to do. Okay? They tend to just kind of clump around you, that's all. In this mode, that is. So, but for the most part, the way you give orders is real simple. Again, click on any number of vessels in the fleet. Okay? Click on Orders. Wait a second. Ooh, this might be fun. You hear that, guys? Watch that. Watch this. Look what they're doing. What is that red thing anyway? Let's see what that red thing is, shall we? It's just a bandit. Well, I think they'll die real fast anyway. Yeah, but notice how our fleet is way over there. Look, they're way over there. They've taken off. They're trying to do their job. They're trying to attack that ship out there. In fact, they are attacking it right now. They're shooting missiles at it. Now it's already dead, right? Pretty cool, huh? Alright. So again, let's go back to log. Property. Okay, orders. Just click on any number of the fleet. Any member. In this case, how about the searcher? We'll click on the searcher. Go to orders. And now here's how you issue orders to the fleet. It automatically takes you to the issue order screen. It says orders at the top. Look to the right, it says issue order. You can give it navigation orders, whether it's simply stop. And basically stop cancels all their current orders. You notice now, they're all sitting dead in space. Their speed reduces to nothing. Notice that? Now they're just kind of sitting there waiting for you. Waiting for them to, be told something. Okay? Again, click on the searcher, go to orders. You could have them return to base. Okay? Notice they're going to power up, and they're going to fly back to base. Okay? You might ask yourself, well, what is their base offhand? How do you set that? Let's check it out. Click the Olympia. Go to orders. Go to fleet settings. Go to home base. See that? Pick a base. In this case, we've already picked a base. But in order to pick a base, you just click on the one you want to set. Okay. But they were set to a base in Galeen. Let's go ahead and click on your base again in Galeen. And there's your base. Now I'll go to stop again. Now they're going to stop. Let's have them follow me again. Better yet, combat protect me. Okay. So, in terms of combat, ordering the issue to protect me or follow me. Now, follow me is really best suited for situations when you want your group to link up with you. And if you want them to link up with you without having them pick a fight first, do it this way. Go to Log, Properties, click on one of the members of the fleet, click Orders, and you're going to want to go to Settings, Fleet Settings in the lower right-hand corner. Have them cloak if they can. If not, that's fine. Have them go to, then Stance, and then those two boxes, remove both boxes, okay? Get rid of Attack and Intercept. Okay, you don't want them fighting anything, period. Okay. So now look at this. We go back. What are they doing? Now they're waiting near me again. Now they're cloaked. Okay, now they're in follow me mode, right? So if I move, we'll just pick a random heading and put on some speed. Go to sector map and zoom in. You're going to notice they're going to turn around and attempt to get back into formation, and they're going to try to follow me again. Now, formations seem to be built into the computer. It just seems to happen automatically whether you want it to or not. If there's a way to get rid of the formations, I don't know. Okay. So they tend to struggle a little bit getting into formation, but the general idea is, look what they're doing. See how they're doing it? Now they're waiting for the Slacker back there. They're waiting for the Olympia. Now I'm way ahead of them, obviously, but that's okay. So here comes the Olympia. Oh, watch this. They're going to move. Watch this precision. Love it. Good stuff. Pretty cool, huh? Now they're moving. Okay. I can literally fix the camera, and you can see that they're moving towards me. Their speed's at like 35, 34, so they're trying to catch up. Okay, I can stop, and they'll eventually catch up, and they'll stop too. Okay. Now again, for a battle though, you'd want to go to, again, click on any one of them. Click on Orders. So let's say we're about to attack a pirate base. As soon as you're within range, the pirate bases will automatically send out their flyers and hornets, right? Now it's simple. Again, go to Fleet Settings. So stop your guys from cloaking first of all. Okay? Because cloaking and decloaking, it's problematic, so don't do it. Just get rid of the cloak altogether. Now I'll go to Stance. Now I'll go to Intercept and Attack Hostiles. Okay. I forgot this little difference between Intercept and Attack, but there is a difference, so anyway. Check both of those off. At this point, anything that comes towards your vessel will be attacked and destroyed. Okay? That's all there is to it. Now let's say you have like something clicked on, okay? In this case, we don't want to do that, but we can. Let's say, for example, you have a target. Anything you have clicked on becomes an automatic target, except for friendly vessels, like your own ships or stations. But in this case, the cold steel laser turret, right? Go to Log, go to Properties. Again, click on one of the members of the fleet. Click Orders. We're going to go to Combat. And you can then click on Attack Target. But I'm not going to because I don't want to blow up an enemy or a friendly station right now. Okay. But if you had, like, say, a pirate turret locked on, you could click Attack Target, and essentially your ships should attack the vessel or whatever it is. Okay. Or you could also do this. You can have it protect your target. Now what's that going to do? Watch this. What's protect do? Let's find out, shall we? Oh, look where they're going. Look where they're going. Pretty neat, right? They're flying over their top speed, aren't they? Check that out. So what's protect do? Simple. To get to within range of the thing you've clicked on, whether it's a ship or a station, and they basically guard it. Okay, their job now is to make sure nothing touches that station. Although to be more accurate, it just makes them go near it and stay near it. Okay. For example, let's say I have it done this way. Orders. If I have them, again, fleet settings first. If they're cloaked, and if they're not set up to attack or intercept, nothing's going to happen. Now, they're still going to go over there, though, and kind of hover near the turret in this case. So they're still going to go over there, and they're still going to stay around the turret, but they won't actually do anything. So just clicking on Protect My Target doesn't actually do anything, okay? It just means that they're gonna kind of sit there, okay? They're gonna go there, and they're gonna sit there, but they're not gonna do anything, okay? So with the AI, you want to be very precise how you set it up. You got to be very careful, very instructive, okay? So at this point, the turret should be, I don't know, right around. Yeah, they're caught up on something. Let me see the map again. Yeah, see how they're flying again? They were waiting for their fleet member. Okay. So now the turret should be, I don't know, where is it? Okay, I think something changed. Let me just take a... No, they're still protecting the laser turret. Okay, that's fine. Whichever one it was. Hello, ladies. How you doing? Must be one around here someplace. So anyway, it's one of these. Okay, it's one of the turrets around me. Probably, I don't know, one of these two. Probably that one right there, I don't know. Okay. Now, what's that going to do, though? Nothing. Because the AI is not set up correctly. So let's say, for example, this was one of my bases. What do I do? Okay. So I want your base aggressively defended? No problem. Go to log. Property. Click on any member of the fleet. Click orders. Click on fleet settings. First of all, if you want them to stay hidden while they sit there, that's fine. But if their goal is to aggressively defend the station, then you don't want them to cloak. Get rid of that. Now, if you want them to huddle inside a station before they actually go out to attack, that's fine. Have them prefer to dock. Okay? Now, obviously, they can't dock in a turret, so don't even... But if it was like a military base, you can have them dock inside the station before they attack. You can do that, but I don't recommend it because having an entire fleet docked at a station is going to jam it up, so probably don't do that anyway. But definitely go to stance, attack, and intercept, okay? Now what's going to happen? Now any enemy vessels, or I think even stations in the vicinity of the protected target are going to get aggressively sought out and destroyed, okay? So that's always fun, okay? Just off the cuff, that's fun. Not going to lie. Okay, so if they find a target to attack, they're going to go do it. So now they've kind of taken a nice defensive posture. They're not going to go anywhere, though, unless something happens, okay? What else can we do? Okay, so orders. So again, the follow me command is obvious. It's just simply follow whatever ship you happen to be inside of. Okay, I believe you can even use it on a base. Okay, I think. Could be wrong though. Then again the return to base. That's obvious. you give the fleet setting, go to fleet settings, pick a home base. Okay, and in order to go back to the screen, just click on fleet settings again, and you switch between fleet settings and issue order. And then click return to base, and that's what they do. Now, if you want them to literally go back to base, for example, for the purpose of repairs, go to fleet settings, go to general, prefer to cloak, and then take off attack and intercept. Like, let's say you're in the middle of a battle, and your fleet's losing and you're losing. This is how you force a retreat. Now, do not, in the middle of the battle, force your ships to cloak. That's not a good idea. Just have them stop attacking and intercepting hostiles, and then simply tell them, return to base. Okay? And they will. Okay? For example, now they're gonna watch them go. They're gonna start leaving. They know where their base is. Watch. We're gonna watch them on the screen too. Sector map. Zoom in and watch. Now remember, they're in a fleet, which means they're gonna want to get into formation. Okay? That's how it works. Okay, that's part of the annoying thing about the fleet itself, but it is easier to give orders to a group if they're in a fleet as opposed to individual vessels. Now imagine telling 8 individual vessels to retreat. Now look at that. They're in a group. They're in their little organized formation. They're going to leave now. Okay. And that's how you would do it. Okay? So don't have them cloak. So don't have them cloaked. Okay? And again, if they're in a battle anyway, they're not going to be cloaked to begin with, so that's fine. But don't have them cloak until they're finally away from the battle. Then tell them to cloak. Then make sure you uncheck attack and intercept. Okay, but once they're away from the battle, then have them cloak. Now let's bring them back to me anyway. Follow me again, right? Okay, that's fine. And I'll have them uncloak. And they'll just sit around. Okay. So now they're going to turn around. That's them out there. They'll turn around. Okay, that's fine. Now what else can we do anyway? Again, click on any member of the fleet. Click on orders. Okay. Now, if you have a waypoint set up, they can move to the waypoint. And why it's set to a random vessel, I don't know. Let's do this. Click on that. Target, toggle waypoint. Okay. Property. Click on a member of the fleet. Click orders. Move to my waypoint. Okay. Let me just check on that real quick, guys. Yeah, I don't care. That's fine. Okay. So now they're going to move over there. Okay. Now, waypoints are good for when you don't have a target in visual sight and you want the vessels to travel to that point in space. Usually around a vessel or a station. Okay? So, for example, let's say you want them to try to sniff out someone from the bounty list, right? Go to log, all bounties. I don't know, pick... Well, in this case, there's no one to pick. Oh, there is. Click that. Set waypoint, right? There you go. Perfect. Then you could tell them to go that way. But we're not doing that. So that's how that works. You could also go to, say, cargo prices. Let's say you want them to rally up at, say, I don't know, a factory. Toggle waypoint. Then you'd go to properties. click a member, go to orders, and move to my waypoint. Okay, now suddenly you go back, and all your ships are now set to move to that random factory. Let's have them stop. Let's have them follow me again. Go to fleet settings. Let's have them cloak, but not pick fights. Perfect. Okay. If you want them to pick fights along the way, do it this way. Attack, intercept. Go to general. Don't cloak. That way, you're guaranteed that they're going to blow up everything along their path that happens to be an enemy target. No problem. Okay. Let's go back to issue orders. You can have them dock at a waypoint. Like let's say it's like a base, like a military base or a shipyard. Okay, they can dock at a waypoint. Okay, you can have them dock at random stations. See that? Cool, huh? Okay, let's say they're in need of repairs, but you don't want them flying all the way back to your own base. Let's say there's a closer base. Find it, repair at. Okay, maybe the outpost in Trekos, for example. The Viking outpost. See it right there? Okay. Stop. Follow me. Okay. Again, repair at nearest base. Move to my target. Dock at my target. Okay, let's say your target is a station, for example. You can do it that way. You can have them first move to the target and just kind of hang out. Let's say your target happens to be a let's see. Oh, see, now the target's the shipyard. Okay, remember I clicked on the shipyard. Move to my target. Do you want them to dock? No problem. Go to fleet settings. Go to prefer to cloak. Or sorry, not cloak. Prefer to dock. Okay. And they'll do that too. Stop, follow me. Okay, so as far as navigation, there are a whole mess of orders you can give your ships, and they will follow them to the letter. Okay. With one little problem, they tend to clump up into a fleet, into a formation, and it kind of takes them a little while to get where they're trying to go. Okay, that can be a little dicey, but in the end, as you can see, once again they're coming back to Papa. See that? But they want to clump up first. So anyway, back to properties. What else can they do? Click on a member of the fleet. Any member will do. Click on orders. Again, combat, simple, right? Protect me. Protect whatever you happen to be inside of, I believe. If it's a ship or a base. Okay, if it's a target that you want to do, click attack my target. Remember, anything you've clicked on will be considered a target, okay? With the exception of your own vessels. And then there's protect my target. Protect almost does the same thing as follow me, okay? Except it's implied that protection is going to be the command. However, remember, let's say you say protect me, for example, okay? But if you're having them cloak and not attack or intercept, nothing will happen. They'll just kind of clump around you and act as a giant shield, okay? But if you want active protection, have them attack and intercept, okay? And probably not cloak either, okay? And then, that's pretty much it for the combat commands. As far as special is concerned, now, again, you could have them transport passengers, but what's going to happen, as a fleet, they will all fly to the same place and try to pick up the same group of passengers, and they're going to try to all drop them off at the same place, which won't work. So typically, you're not going to want to have a fleet of taxis. Okay, it's much better to have individual taxis set up individually, or have them on different fleets. For example, let's go down here. Let's go to the this fella here, right? Let's go to orders. Let's assign this vessel, the hauler, to a fleet. Let's go to fleet 1. Fleet settings. That's the first thing you want to do is go to fleet settings. In general, what do you want this fleet to do? Let's have this fleet of 1 vessel cloak, if possible. Let's not have it pick fights. Let's have it be a taxi. Go to home base. I'm sorry. Let's see, we can't do any special orders now, can we? That's fine. Or no, we can, I'm sorry. Okay, in this case, it cannot transport passengers because it doesn't have a passenger pod on it. Okay, but if it did, you could have it transport passengers. If it had a mining laser, it could do mining. In this case, let's just have it trade, shall we? There you go. Finding trade route. Perfect. Okay. So that's how you set up a fleet. It's as simple as pick the vessel, okay? It's as simple as pick the vessel. Okay, guys, watch this. Click it. Click on orders. Click on a number. It's now on a fleet. Notice how below where it says hauler plus Mustang, ships in fleet, 1 out of 6. It's now on a fleet. First things first, again, go to fleet settings. Tell the fleet in general what to do in general, first of all. Basically, what I mean is like, give it a standing order. What do you want it doing by default when you're not paying attention to it? In this case, cloak, don't attack stuff, and simply, go home basically. So, Army Station Gatopia, fleet settings, return to base. That's it. In this case, have it, let's go to general and prefer to dock as well. So it's going to go home and it's going to try to dock and cloak, but not pick fights at all, okay? But once again, you wouldn't want a fleet of ships doing the same task. For example, mining or doing taxi work or trading should all be done by different vessels. They should just be individual vessels. And how you handle an individual vessel is basically the same as how you would handle a single ship by itself on a fleet. For example, let's go to orders. Let's take this thing off the fleet. Now it's doing nothing. Let's go back. Let's go back into that menu again, shall we? Log. Properties. Click on the Mustang. Now it's already at the station, so that's fine. But let's have it do something else, shall we? Go to orders. Fleet settings. Home base. Now we actually already have it set up to have another base. The repair shop. Okay, that's fine too. Let's go to stance. See, it's not set up to attack or intercept, that's fine. Let's go to general. It is set up to dock and cloak. Okay, that's fine too. So again, standing orders apply whether your ship is on a fleet or not. It's always good to give a ship standing orders, like a default setting. What do you want it doing by default? And again, how you handle a single vessel by itself, okay, whether it's on a fleet or not, is going to be the same thing as just a ship that's not on a fleet. So regardless of whether I put this thing on its own fleet by itself, or have it not on a fleet, the same rules apply. Go to fleet settings, tell it what to do by default. In this case, dock, cloak. Don't attack anything in this case. Pick your base and then tell it to go back to base in this case. Return to base. Okay? That's it. And again, as far as having a single vessel do stuff, that's easy. You want it to trade, mine asteroids, or do passenger transport? Just remember to have the vessel equipped to handle the task. If you want it to do mining, give it a mining laser. Okay? If you want it to do transport of passengers, make sure it has a passenger pod on it. Okay? And if you want it to trade, basically everything can trade as long as it has cargo capacity. Okay? And most ships can fight too, which is nice. Okay? So this thing could do the same thing. It could protect me, attack my target, etc. Okay? But it's not the right tool for the job, so don't. Again, right tool for the right job. Okay? You don't want to make a hauler fight. Not a good idea, okay? It's going to be a mess. So again, to review in general, if I wanted to add this thing to a fleet, I can. Just click on it, go to orders, click on assign to fleet, click on a number, and now it's on a fleet. And the previous orders basically vanish. Click on home base in this case. The home base in this case is set to Army Station Utopia, which is totally different than the previous base it was given. That's because the fleet orders for number 1 are different. So you can change that. Just click on pick a base. It can be one of your own stations or even an allied station. In this case, we'll pick we will stick with the Army base. Okay? And again, if it's just a single vessel on a fleet by itself, you can basically think of it like an individual ship. Okay? And individual ships can be given orders just like individual ships by themselves in their own fleet. Okay? Again, same rules apply. Go to fleet settings first. Okay, pick a general setting. Typically, if it's like a hauler or something that you don't want fighting, have it dock and cloak. That way it sits at base doing nothing until you want it to be working. Go to stance. In this case, we're not going to have it attack or intercept. It's not a guard. It's not a guard dog. Okay? And then pick your home base. So let's say, for example, it's out and about getting attacked. You can have it return to base. You can have it do any number of things, guys. Okay? It's always nice to have a base to have it give to have it a place to go back to. Okay? So in general, the rule of the idea behind fleets, guys. The idea with fleets hold on. The idea behind fleets is typically for combat. Create an army, and then lead the army into battle. Okay? That's typically the purpose of fleets. Okay? You can also have them guard stuff too. Okay? And that's what this group was in fact doing. So let's take them back to Glean, shall we? So there's Glean, there's the wormhole for Glean. Okay. So again, let's say they weren't on let's say they were not on a fleet to begin with. So again, to demonstrate that, let's go to properties. Let's take the Fire Queen off the fleet. Orders. Boom. stop. Okay, we're going to stop 2. We're going to take a look on the scanner. I'm sorry, not the scanner. Sector map. Zoom in a little bit. See that one right there? See that she's the Fire Queen, look. See where it says a target, then faction? The target's the Fire Queen. See how she's not moving? That's because I took her off the fleet and told her to stop. Okay. Let's boost her speed a little bit. But then we're going to go ahead and re-add her to the fleet. Let's go to Properties. Find the Fire Queen. And adding her back to the fleet is as simple as click on her, click Orders, click 8. Now she's back with the fleet. And now, by default, she's going to automatically try to follow the same orders as the fleet. Okay? And there she is, the Fire Queen. What's the order say? Protect Orion class precise. Now, in this case, I'm just going to simply lead them back to the target. Okay, the old station. And I'm going to try to wrap this up. Okay, because guys, I think you got the basics for right now. Again, adding a vessel to the fleet is as simple as going through your property list, clicking on the vessel, and then clicking on orders and then giving it a number. That's all you got to do. Okay. So now we're in the original location of the of my little fleet here. I believe we had them guarding. I think that one right there, shall we? Yeah, I think it was right there. That one. We're gonna cloak. So now, right now, we've clicked on a station. That's our target. Okay. Let's go to log. Let's go to properties. We probably don't want these vessels flying out of their way, but the enemy's so far away, they're not going to. So we can do it this way. Watch this. So there's the army base, right? Army HQ number B. I know, great label, right? Property. Again, click on any member of the fleet. Orders. In this case, I'm setting them up for guard duty. Here's how you do it. Fleet settings. Do not have them cloak. If you want them to be active guard dogs, go to stance. Attack and intercept. They should both be checked. Now they're active guard dogs. Now, go back to issue order. Go to combat. Protect my target. And notice the current order changes to protect Army HQB. Now watch. Sector map. Watch them go. There they are. See them? See them little blue babies? Watch them fly. And there they go. So in my opinion, guys, the main two functions of a fleet would be to protect a base, to follow you around, and to accompany you into combat. And there they go. Their job was to guard that base, and now they're going to go do it. And watch as they kind of scatter around and take up positions near the base, okay? You can watch it on the radar screen here. The view screen. Sector map, whichever. And that's that basically, guys. That's pretty much how you handle fleets. And that, in a nutshell, is what I believe is their purpose. Okay? Again, you don't want to put a bunch of mining vessels on a fleet together because as soon as you put them on a fleet, they have a fleet mentality. Okay? Notice, right? What happened when I told these guys to go and protect that base? Well, they all flew to the base. They're all trying to. They're gonna try to kind of clump up near it, right? Look at that. They're trying to spread themselves out near the base. They're trying to take a position near the base. Okay? If you tell a bunch of mining vessels to go mining, they're going to try to mine from the same rock and deliver stuff and drop stuff off at the same base. If you try to have a bunch of ships together doing passenger runs, they're going to go and try to pick up the same passengers. In fact, that works even less, okay? So in cases like that, guys, real simple, keep your ships independent. Okay, for example, these vessels here, notice their orders. Protect Army HQC. Protect Army Station. Protect Army Station C. Protect Army Shipyard. All different orders. They're not on a fleet. They don't have to be. They're just independent vessels operating independently, okay? But all with similar orders. Let's go to orders. Fleet settings. Cloak, but intercept. Probably not the best thing to do, but in generally speaking, I do have turrets near all my stations, so they don't need to be guarded by ships. The ships are pretty much just there to offer backup support, in case I noticed in my messages here that the station's under attack. Okay. Like in this case, though, but the turret proudly took care of the problem. It's just a laser V under attack by a small hornet. That's not a big deal, okay, for example. Alright. So, anyway. So yeah, generally speaking, guys, the whole point of a fleet is for combat. Get an army together, have it follow you into combat, have all your ships cloaked, including yourself. Then when you've reached your point of battle, your battleground, have them uncloak, and then have them set to attack and intercept. Okay? Again, kind of like this. Let's say this was the battlefield, right? Pirates are coming in. Pirates are flying in hot. You know, hornets, flyers. Click your ship. Click one of the ships in the fleet. Orders. Ready for combat. Let's do this thing. Fleet settings. Uncheck the cloak button. You don't want them to cloak anymore. Go to stance. Now you want them to attack and intercept. Check both boxes, and that's what they're going to do. Okay? And as long as they're assigned to protect you, protect me, click on protect me, they're going to kind of group around you, and any incoming vessels that come towards you will be attacked by your fleet. Okay? And in my opinion, the other thing to do with fleets is to have them actively guard bases. Like in this case right here. They're all kind of hovering around this station right here in order to try to protect it from harm. Now you could argue they're kind of hiding behind it, but in reality, if any ships, for example, came from that base out there, those bases out there, okay, yeah, first they're going to get attacked by the turrets, potentially, but if any ships get in range, my Orions here will come up and probably intercept the vessels first, before the turrets even have to do their jobs, okay? So there you go, guys. So I guess a real quick recap. In order to put a vessel on a fleet, click on it, click on orders, click a number. Give the fleet a default position, standing orders. Click on fleet settings. You want them to remain hidden and docked? Great. This is perfect then. Or do you want them to be more active, like guard dogs? Get rid of this then. If they're going to be guard dogs, click on these two. Okay? Make sure they have a home base set. If you just want them kind of sitting there, waiting for action, you can do it this way. Okay? Just have them sit there, cloaked. Okay? Or maybe have them sit there docked and or cloaked. Once you're ready to use them, let's say you want them to come to you, go to follow me or protect me. Both will work. In order to protect you, they have to fly towards you. Okay, in order to follow you, they have to move towards you in the first place. Okay? Okay, so... and then from there, you decide what you want your vessels to be doing. Okay, whether it's guarding you, attacking something. Okay. And yes, you can technically have a fleet set to trade, to transport passengers, or to mine asteroids. But things get really messy when the fleet mentality kicks in. Now they're going to want to kind of do the whole, the same thing at the same time. And when it comes to mining and transporting passengers, it doesn't work. So in that case, do not set up a fleet for that purpose. Set up fleets typically for battle or guarding stations. Okay? That kind of thing. Alright? And then as opposed to having to individually... Imagine, if these guys were not on a fleet, for example, okay? If these guys were not on a fleet... Hold on, wait one second. Stop. Return to base. It's fine. That's fine. Perfect. Good enough. Alright. So imagine again, if these guys were not on a fleet together, and I wanted them to join me in battle, I'd have to give individual orders to each vessel. Order. Protect me, or follow me. You have to check every single setting. Fleet settings. Make sure they're not cloaked, or maybe you want them cloaked. Do you want them to be attacking right off the bat, or not? Then rinse, lather, repeat for every single ship in the fleet. It's not efficient. Okay, this way, you simply click on one ship, give it all an order. Again, pick the default position, click fleet settings. Do you want them docked? Cool. And then what, right? Intercept, attack, or not. Okay, let's see about here. They're moving. I think the enemy's gonna be gone anyway soon enough. Yeah, the sound's playing for an enemy encounter, but I think he's already dead. So yeah, he's dead. Yeah, it's done. So. But yeah, guys, so that's what a fleet's good for. And that's how to work with a fleet too, okay? I hope that helps a lot. I really do. Yeah, so basically the whole purpose is just to make it easier to deal with a group of ships. And the only real reason to have a bunch of ships grouped together is for combat or protecting a station. Beyond that, you can have individual ships set up as individuals to do things such as trading, mining, or transporting of passengers. Okay, beyond that, you don't need fleets. And if it's just one ship, for example, like let's say, for example, I had an overlord, for example, I don't need a fleet of overlords, you know. I just, hey, no big deal, right? You just tell the thing, hey, um, follow me or protect me or whatever, you know. Come in, come in cloaked. Don't fight yet, okay? But once he's there and you want him to fight, then you go boom, decloak and blow stuff up, you know. Okay, and that's how you would do it, guys. And that's it, realistically. So, why haven't I posted in a long time? Well, like I said, guys, I was busy being distracted with life. Um, Personal things aren't working out really well, at least at the moment. I mean, I'm okay though, so don't worry. But I've been taking a break from playing Interstellar Pilot. Okay, I've been trying out a new game called Pixel Starships Galaxy, and that's been pretty fun. But at the same time, it's not going to be the game for me, so I'm not going to play it anymore, probably. At least not a lot. Okay. I'll probably do a review on it real quick. Maybe tomorrow, not tonight. That's about it, really. Um, as far as this game's concerned, I do really want to get back to playing and working on the miniseries A Pirate's Life. So I do kind of want to wrap it up and give you a proper finish. But I've been so distracted by other things, it's kind of difficult. Um, Once again, my health has been up and down, but that's another story altogether. So, because I hope that kind of helps you guys to know where I've been. Okay. Uh, and I've definitely not forgotten about my viewers, and I do appreciate everyone for watching my videos. If you like my stuff, I really do appreciate that. I really do. And, yeah. But I never intended for this to become like a full-time gig with me regularly posting videos daily or even weekly, so if you don't hear from me for a long time, I'm just taking a break, that's all. This was always meant to be just like a fun channel with me just sharing things that I like and enjoy. That's all. And yeah, the beard's growing back for winter, so you'll see me in the summertime. I buzz all this down to nothing. Mustache is gone, beard's gone. But in the wintertime, hair grows out, I grow a mustache, I grow a huge beard. Right now it's down to here, you know. I'll keep this trim though, and this little stub here because I want to. The mouth gets a little itchy, you know. So, but it helps to keep my face warmer. Um, yeah, so hey, someone commented though that they didn't like me having my face so close to the camera, but guys, here's the problem. I'm nearsighted, and having these glasses on as I look at a small Samsung Galaxy smartphone screen is very bad for my eyesight. And especially if it's like a game like this where I need to like hold my phone and interact with it, you got to keep it kind of close to your face. Okay, I can't see far away, and when I say far away, I mean even like that. Now I can't. Now I couldn't see. I couldn't see. This is like the default position. If it was something different, then yeah, I could take my face away from the screen. But right now it's late. I want to be able to see my screen. I also need to get my voice down a little bit because people are sleeping. So I'm recording with my family around. And that's another story. I've got epilepsy. I need the help. I've got no job, so that's how things are right now. Okay, with my family. They help me out. It's a mutual thing, so. um, guys, beyond that, as always, hope you found this video educational, maybe even a little entertaining. If not, that's okay. Guys, as always, please leave any questions or constructive criticism or even questions. Did I cover all the bases? Questions, comments, constructive criticism down below in the comments. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, Virus 2020. Wash your hands. Don't worry about the eyeballs. They're just kind of like... I'm watching the main screen, which is like that direction, but the camera's like down there, so it's kind of hard. Virus 2020. Wash your hands. Until next time, guys. See you.